so brand new. A voltage every time I see you. Energy rising, nothing we can do. Electric touch, slow and true. Just me and you. Neon lights in your eyes, burning slow through the night. Electric love, we just ride in the glow. Feel alive.
Wide awake in the dark. Wide awake in the dark. Shadows come and go. Every spark just fades away, turning night into my day. Something missing deep inside, like a space I cannot hide. Every breath feels out of place, since I lost you without a trace. I don't know where I belong. Everything just feels so wrong. You're the part feels incomplete. Waiting for the morning glow, but I already seem to know. I don't know where I belong. Everything just feels so wrong. You're the part I can't replace. Empty space I still embrace. Drifting through every night, lost without any light. No way out, no sound, still awake, falling down, 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 down.
Missing you is not a featherweight. It sits on my chest from early to late. I carry it to work and home again. This companion made of all my then. The weight of missing you is heavier than stone. The weight of missing you makes everything alone. I'd give anything just to set it down. The weight of missing you, this beautiful crown. Some days it's light enough to almost breathe. Some days it drags me down beneath the grief. I've learned to walk with it like broken shoes. The price you pay for love is always dues. Even heavy things remind me you were real. I'll carry all this weight just to remember how to feel. Every room becomes a little hard to cross, filled with all the tiny evidence of loss. Your coffee cup still waiting by the sink, like it somehow knows the things I think. And every little object in this place keeps wearing traces of your face, as if the world refuses to move on. Though you've been gone so long, the weight of missing you pulls against my spine. The weight of missing you outlasts the hands of time. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, the weight of missing you keeps pulling through. I used to think that healing meant release, that one day all this ache would finally cease. But grief is more a shadow than a chain. It fades a little, then returns again. And love leaves fingerprints too deep to hide, pressed into every quiet part inside. So now I carry you the way tides move, slow and impossible to lose. At night the ceiling feels a mile above, heavy with the silence of our love. I turn from side to side but never sleep, because your memory runs far too deep. And every dream somehow still ends with you, standing somewhere just beyond my view, close enough to almost hear you breathe, far enough to leave. The weight of missing you lives inside my chest. The weight of missing you never lets me rest. But if this ache remains, at least it proves it's true. The weight of missing you was loving you. Sometimes I envy people passing by, untouched touched by your name or your goodbye. They move so lightly through the crowded street, while every step I take feels incomplete. But maybe this is what it means to care, to still feel someone even when they're not there, to let the absence settle in your bones and somehow still go on. Even heavy things can teach the heart to stay, and every ounce of sorrow is love that lost its way. So I'll keep carrying what time cannot undo, the weight of missing you. Missing you is not a featherweight, it grows a little larger every day. But if I had the choice to start anew, I'd still choose every second spent with you. Even knowing what I'd someday lose, I'd still walk willingly into the bruise. 'Cause some loves leave a mark too deep to move, the weight of missing you still feels like proof.
Your side of the bed is cold and late. Your scent is all that's left, and even that will fade. I keep the light on by the kitchen door, a habit for a life that is no more. The coffee cup you left is still right here. I haven't moved it now for half a year. Every corner of this place we knew still somehow belongs to you. The clock keeps ticking through the night, but nothing here feels right. I walk these rooms alone again, tracing shadows of what's been this empty room. Still echoes with your name. This empty room has never felt the same. I play the songs we loved at night and pretend you're still around. Empty room, the loneliest sound. Empty room. Empty room. I found your handwriting in an old book, one sentence and I can't bear to look. The room still smells like you in certain light. I keep the window closed to hold it tight. Every memory starts to blur, but somehow not the thought of her. I hear your footsteps in my mind, like you just left me behind. The silence presses on my chest, a ghost that never lets me rest. And every night I lie awake, still learning how to let go of your shape. This empty room still echoes with your name. This empty room has never felt the same. I play the songs we loved at night and pretend you're still around. Empty room, the loneliest sound. We sit in separate corners of the room. The smoke between us filling up the gloom. Your eyes don't move, but I can feel them there. 1,000 words suspended in the air. I pour another glass and look away. There's something that we both forgot to say. The silence louder than a scream tonight. We're close enough, but something's not right. Every second stretching in between, like a fading, half-forgotten dream. I trace your shadow in the haze. We're lost inside this quiet phase. The space between us speaks louder than we ever could. I feel you without touching, like I always knew I would. Between us, all this silence and smoke. Between us, we're already broken and whole. Between us, there's a line we never cross. Between us, we don't know what we lost. The record plays the same song twice tonight. We're perfectly still, but nothing feels right. I wanna close this distance with my hands, but some things you just leave where they stand. So I breathe you in through all the smoke and hold the words I never spoke. Your presence lingers in the air like something fragile we don't dare. Every heartbeat out of sync, standing on the edge, we never link. We drift like echoes in a room, fading slowly into gloom. The space between us speaks louder than we ever could. I feel you without touching, like I always knew I would. Between us, all this silence and smoke. Between us, we're already broken and whole. Don't say a word, don't break the spell. This silence is the story that we'll never tell. Stay, just stay, right here in the grave, where nothing fades away. Space between us speaks. Between us.
Nobody tells you what this really costs. The sleep, the self, the things you haven't crossed off any list because they're part of you, now rearranged around the shape of two. What love cost is everything you had. What love cost, the good, the great, the bad, pay it anyway, it's worth the price. What love costs, worth every sacrifice. It cost your independence and your sleep, your solitude, your right to cheaply keep yourself entirely for yourself alone. Love costs you the luxury of the known. Pay it all, don't negotiate. Love costs everything, that's what makes it great. Nobody mentions how your habits change, how suddenly your whole internal landscape rearranges, how another person's sadness ruins your day, how their joy can take your breath away. Love charges interest on your time, turns ordinary hours into intertwined plans, become negotiations slowly made, every future now a thing you both must shape. What love costs is comfort with control. What love costs is portions of your soul. You hand them over willingly somehow and pray they're gentle with them now. It costs the easy selfishness of youth, the freedom of avoiding truth, because loving someone deeply means you cannot hide forever in between. It costs your pride most of all, the willingness to let walls fall, to say I need you without shame, to risk rejection anyway. And God, it costs your peace sometimes, those late night spirals in your mind, wondering if you're loved enough, or if your heart became too much. What love costs is vulnerability. What love costs is certainty, because once somebody matters this intensely, fear moves in eventually. You start noticing dangerous things, like how one text can change everything, how silence suddenly has weight, how waiting by a phone can rearrange your state. Love costs sleep in the beginning too, staying up talking until 2, learning someone's history by heart, like studying sacred forms of art. And later it costs sleep again, when things begin to bend, when distance settles in the room and you feel endings coming soon. Nobody warns you love can make the strongest person shake, can turn logic into dust, can make survival feel like trust. What love costs is never staying untouched. What love costs is maybe caring too much, but numbness costs far more than pain. At least love leaves you changed. I used to think freedom meant staying alone, keeping every inch of myself my own, but loneliness has a hidden fee. It costs the chance to truly be seen deeply. Love interrupts your isolation, breaks your carefully built foundation, asks you to include another pulse inside decisions and results. It costs your old identity too, the person you were before they knew you, because real love always rearranges shape, even when it doesn't stay. And heartbreak adds another bill, a final payment lingering still. The grief, the memories, the empty room, the slow relearning how to move. But strangely, even after all the wreck, most hearts would still sign every check, because the cost itself reveals how profoundly something feels. What love costs is the illusion you'll stay safe. What love costs is every defense you make, and maybe that's exactly why it changes every life. I think that's why people run sometimes, not because the love isn't right, but because the price feels terrifyingly real to someone unused to being fully revealed. Because love eventually asks for truth, not performance, not polished proof, just honesty in trembling form, standing there through every storm. And some people can't afford that yet, not emotionally equipped, so they leave while feelings still survive, rather than fully arrive. What love costs is being known completely. What love costs is letting someone see deeply the broken, frightened, hidden parts you spend years protecting in the dark. And if you're lucky, they stay near, gentle with your fear, building shelter from the weight. Two people choosing vulnerability over escape, pay it all every sleepless night, every trembling moment, every impossible fight, because one real love can justify 1,000 lonely nights survived. One person understanding your soul can make the damage worth the toll. And yes, sometimes love leaves scars, sometimes it collapses hard, sometimes the ending empties you until you barely make it through. But even then, beneath the ache, most hearts still wouldn't trade the chance to once have felt that flame burning through their name. Nobody tells you what this really costs, because language struggles with the loss and the beauty, both existing side by side, inside the risk of being alive. What love costs is everything you are. What love costs leaves permanent marks, but maybe the point was never staying safe. Maybe the point was loving anyway.
We left so many sentences unfinished, so many nights we started but didn't end. I keep the drafts of everything I almost sent. Unfinished love is love that doesn't end. Every pause still lingers in the air, like your ghost is waiting there. And every word I couldn't say still keeps me awake. The records spin but never land, like time slipping through my hands. And every memory comes undone before it reaches anyone. Unfinished, like a song without its end. Unfinished, like a letter I once said. We are a beautiful unfinished thing that I keep returning to. Unfinished, still unfinished with you. Unfinished, still holding on to you. Half a conversation on my phone, half a life that we were building on our own. I circle back to every open door, unable to walk through and close no more. Every room still feels the same, quietly repeating your name. And every night I tell myself, tomorrow I'll ask for help. But morning comes and nothing changes, only different kinds of aching. And every road I try to take still somehow leads to yesterday. Unfinished, like a song without its end. Unfinished, like a letter I won't send. We are a beautiful unfinished thing that I keep returning to. Unfinished, still unfinished with you.